Namaste doston. Hello friends, this is Suman Sharma. Welcome back to my channel Suman Education Hub English. In today's video, I am going to tell you if your company makes cash voucher manually, so how you will be make cash voucher manually, and if you want to after making manual cash voucher, if you want to record that entry, that voucher in Telegram, so how you will be record cash voucher in Telegram after making cash voucher manually. So now you can see on the screen there is showing a cash voucher. This is a manual cash voucher. So in the middle of company name has printed, and you can see date and head and payable, everything is mentioned over here. So if you want to make food and beverage cash voucher manually, so first you need to put the date, and in head you have to mention your expenses head. So I'm going to mention here food and beverage. In payable, being cash paid for food and beverage. 2, you can mention your employee's name to whom you are going to paid. So let's suppose we have paid 250 amount. So in total 215 amount will be come over here. So in this way you can make cash voucher manually for food and beverage expenses. So let me show you one more making one more voucher, so that you can understand how you will make different kind of cash voucher manually in Telegram. So first we need to enter this food and beverage cash voucher in Telegram. So from gateway of Tele, press P, select journal voucher, and by pressing F2 you can change the date in which date you have made expenses. So 1st of April we have made food and beverage expenses. By pressing Ctrl C you can create a ledger for food and beverage. Under indirect expenses, GST will be not applicable, and save this ledger. What was the amount of food and beverage? Let's see in cash voucher, it was 250. So food and beverage will be debited with 250 and cash will be credited with 250. In narration, you can mark being cash paid for the food and beverage to Aditya. You can mention your employee name as well. So in this way, you can make food and beverage manual cash voucher, and you can record that entry in Telegram. Let's make next invoice. So first we need to change the date of the voucher, and in head you can mention, let's suppose this is the expenses of water expenses. So in head we will mention water expenses, and what is the amount of water expenses you can mention in amount column. And in payable, being cash paid for water expenses for the month of, you can mention for which month you are going to pay or to whom you are going to pay. In narration you can mention, let's suppose we had paid 60 rupees for the water expenses. So this is the manual voucher we have made. Now let's entry in Telegram. So first we need to change the date of the voucher. First I'm going to change, and then water expenses. So we need to create water expenses ledger in Telegram by pressing Ctrl C. I'm going to create water expenses ledger. Under indirect expenses, GST will be not applicable and amount will be debited. So it was 60 rupees for water expenses, cash will be credited. And in narration you can mention being cash paid for water expenses to whom for which month, you can mention in narration completely, so that whenever you will see in future, so it will be recall the purpose of the entry. Let's make next voucher. So first I'm going to change the date of the voucher, and then let's suppose this is an entry of conveyance expenses. So in head you can mention conveyance expenses. Let's suppose we have paid for 130 rupees, and in narration you can mention being cash paid for conveyance expenses to whom, you can mention your employee's name, to whom you have given conveyance expenses from where to where places. You can also mention you can also mention place in narration. And amount was 130 rupees. So this is a complete voucher. Manually cash voucher is ready. So let's enter in Telegram. So gateway of Tele, press B and select journal voucher. Change the date by pressing Ctrl C. We will create conveyance expenses ledger. Under indirect expenses, GST will be not applicable. Amount was 110. So whatever amount, that will be debited and cash will be credited. In narration, you can mention being cash paid for the conveyance expenses to whom, from which to which place. You can mention place, and you can mention your employee's name as well. So in this way, you can mention your manual cash voucher, and after making manual cash voucher, you can record that entry in Telegram as I told you in this video. So let's make a next voucher. Change the date. Let's record this entry in Telegram by pressing F2. You can change the date, and then by pressing Ctrl C, we will create ledger for conveyance expenses. So conveyance expenses is already created. Amount will be debited and cash will be credited. In narration, you can mention this is how you can mention manually cash voucher, and after making cash voucher, you can record in Telegram. I hope this video help you out. If this video will help you out, so please like, share and subscribe to my channel Suman Education Hub English. Thank you and keep watching my videos.